Happy Friday! Happy wine and watch day. Happy ready to love day. And put a ring on it if y'all watch. Put a ring on it. Who is in here? Who do we got? Sahara, what's good? Cleopatra, D'Souza, Violet, Sharice, Vanessa, and Tassar. We're here at the same time every Friday. Come on, babes. Come on. Venus, Jamie, Tanisha, Still Anastasia, Black Widow, Junie, Lovely P. How are y'all doing today? And everybody else who's walking in, glad to have you. So the wine of the day. Okay, so remember when I said I don't drink Moscato? I lied. But I forgot that Bartenura is a Moscato. So that's what we're drinking today. And yes, I partially opened it because I don't want y'all to see me struggling. Okay, I still struggle with these opener things. I should just buy an automatic one, to be honest. The shirt is making my skin pop. The shirt is hopefully to keep me from overheating, because y'all, these lights, they do wonders for the skin. They do wonders for the lighting, but man, I tell you, they are hot as hell. Hot as hell. I'm loving the natural look. Are you trying to tell me to stop wearing makeup? Because that's never gonna happen. Oh, bartender is your favorite? Yay, I'm glad. So I'm gonna pour it into, what are y'all drinking tonight for those who are drinking? And for those who are not, well, we're glad to have you regardless. Hello, lovely True Red in my Elaine glass. Ugh. I love that sound. Does that make me an alcoholic? Maybe. Pink Moscato. We got some Moscato. Oh, you smoky. Rolling loud. I made sangria last night. Might drink something. Why not? Why not? Let's get loose. We're in for a doozy. Oh, Monique. I actually thought this was I thought it was a good episode. I did. Vodka, okay. A woman after my own heart. Mooch. Moonshine. Are you trying to make it to the end of the episode? Mercy, God. Pineapple orange juice, love it. You should try chocolate wine next time. They're bomb. Tell me specifically what to buy. Yes, 80, and I've already seen it. I feel like it's easier for me to review if I already know what's coming. So that's what I'm gonna do going forward. We allowed to drink Coke and Sprite mix. That'll be nice. It feels like alcohol with some ice. That feels like alcohol to you? What alcohol are you drinking? Breezers? What are you drinking? Vodka better not be Russian. Are they letting it in for y'all? Because they've stopped letting Russia import to us up north. I'm just a country Texas girl. Moonshine is what some of us Texan girls drink. Okay. You better than me. You better than me. I'm having champagne after a long ass week. And this is why we come together on Fridays to witness the mess, to kiki, cool, ha. Cause they're working us to the bone. Thanks for still doing the live watches. Of course. For Ready to Love, always guaranteed. Well, let me not say always, but almost always guaranteed we will be live and watching together. Other shows, I know you guys have suggested. I see the suggestions, I do. Copyright is still a thing. And even for this, you'll see, like, after a few days, the full episode won't be up. Like, I'm not trying to get my channel taken away from me, you know, but I still want to commune with you all. That's all. Thank you, Black Widow. I appreciate that. Hi, Hannah. We're also going to talk about, I don't know who has seen the interviews that Tina was doing. I think she would talk to I don't know if she's talked to more than just Kamisha and Little Black Book, but I watched them both. So I have some thoughts about that, and we're going to talk about that at the end. Should we take a vote? Will or will Carmen not wear blue contacts this episode? Well, did she? I don't remember. I went to Dr. Pepper's class. She was very nice, but shorter than I expected. Oh, that's a small woman. Very small woman. You could tell. You can tell. Strange interview or strange woman? Did I say strange? Because that's not what I meant to say. I actually liked it. I very much so liked it. I even followed her after. I was like, Tina's a bit of me. And it's funny when y'all see the people that I like and you're like, really? You like them? Y'all know me for what? An hour? Y'all don't know me day to day. Clifton reminds me of my ex, big, handsome, and smooth talker. Is your ex single? Because that sounds like a great time. Carmen's contacts come out when she's trying to stand out. Unfortunately, she stands out in a bad way. I think it's just the blue. Do like a light brown, like a hazel. The blue eyes, it's like this kind of blue. It's a lot. It's a little bit too much. Who is Dr. Pepper? She's from, she's one of the experts on Married at First Sight. Carmen is still wearing the baby Jesus eyes, huh? This episode, I don't think she was, but in the next episode, she definitely is. Yes, is your ex single? I'm tired. I'm tired of being a streetwalker. I told you guys last week, I'm tired. The streetwalker life is not meant for me. Hello, Ian, everyone. I finally got off work and home earlier enough to watch it with everyone. Yay. Glad to have you. Hi, Joy. I'm so ready for tonight's episode. I actually think of the recent episodes, I think today was good. I feel like relationships are being solidified more so. But I'm not going to lie to y'all. Dakia is starting to piss me off. Dakia is starting to piss me off. I can't do it. Hi, Ellie from Bahamas. You ready for next season? Man. Not the church fan. This isn't even my church fan. My church fan is like one of those like the rectangle ones. It's not a round one. No way, is Zakiya gonna act crazy? She doesn't act crazy. I'm realizing that as the season goes on, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all have to wait and see. Maybe it's just me, but she's kind of starting to irk me a little bit. I have a fan like that. It puts out some serious wind. It does. The Ghanaians know what they're doing, okay? Hi. Yep. Beautiful Tsunami. Hello. Your third eye is on her. Is next week the finale? How many people are left? I don't think no, I don't. Ready to Love is a short series, so I'm not quite sure. Thank you, Jessica, because I've been feeling a little lately. You know who irked me more? Ace. She was too passive to be on the show, in my opinion. I think when you don't have your person, it's really hard to be invested. And she said I saw her interview with Crystal, and she was saying, there's a lot of beautiful moments that you guys didn't get to see because at the end of the day, the show is meant for drama, it's meant for entertainment. So a lot of the wholesome things will get chopped out. And so it looked like her connection with Laverne didn't make sense. It looked like she didn't connect with nobody else, but yeah. And she also said Laverne had more interest than it seemed as well, but they're never gonna tell us that. So they just need to go ahead and wrap this season up. Y'all always say this in every episode, and y'all are back every episode, every season. Let's just watch and enjoy. Let's just watch and enjoy. You can just call me Pony. Okay. Yes, I'll call you Pony. I'm always here, but I rarely say anything, but I love watching you. Aww. I look like your youngest daughter. Your daughter must be beautiful. Your daughter must be stunning. You got your wine? What kind of wine are you drinking, homebody? Hi, Venice from Jamaica. Hi, Abjubi. Ace's person is a blunt. Oh, you guys. Ace's person is Tyrone. That's who Ace's person is. And they seem to be getting along very swimmingly.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's up, girl? How you doing?
There is nothing I physically have to do to solidify the connection that I have with Clifton.
I don't even know whose bag this is.
Whose bag is that? Oh, it's just a random green bag. Okay. You figured that out?
I know whose bag that is. I know the smell of it.
You know? That's really.
Just to let you know, Tina called. She having some car trouble, but she'll be on the way. All right, so we hope she get here safely. Good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now that we're here at the weekend getaway, I want to know how she feel about her connections with me and the other guys. Demetrius had a good connection with her, but is that connection stable?
I think we're really at a point now in this process to where you should know who your connections are.
Me and her had a good relationship as well as communication. Think, you know what I'm saying, sometimes y'all just need to sit and talk.
I think we'll figure out what direction we're gonna go in when we have that conversation.
Yeah.
Like, do you think at the end of this you want a relationship, or do you feel like you just kind of want to continue to date?
I just think I don't like when things stay stagnant. I want a partner. I want someone that's going to have my back. I want someone that's going to grow with me. I want someone that wants to strive to have more.
Right. How long were you by yourself?
I would say about 3-4 months.
So you haven't really
That's
been single that
crazy.
long, even after your divorce.
Yeah.
Okay, so starting off with the bag situation. Nakia, you snooze, you lose. You were literally in there, what, first or second? Before Joy had even pulled up. And you didn't capitalize on your opportunity. You have no place to be upset. You have no place to be upset. You snooze, you lose, baby. You snooze, you lose. Talking about whose bag is that? How you going? Y'all sharing a bag? That's how you play the game. Get in there. Do your thing. Do your thing. Clifton and Joy forever, not forever. Well, I mean, that's the hope, but you know, ready to love couples don't really tend to last forever. But okay, so with Tory and Demetrius, you think Joy just being fast? We're gonna have to disagree on that one. With Tory, I feel like this man so Joy had even pointed it out. She feels like he has a lot to say, but just doesn't say it. And if you still have been feeling this way about Sabrina and you feel like you've been pulling back and you haven't been giving your all, what is talking to Demetrius gonna do? Demetrius is not the go-between with you and what's her name, Sabrina. So why does asking Demetrius how he feels have why was that necessary? I'm so confused. Like, Tory doesn't make sense to me, because then he's complaining about not progressing with a lot of people, or maybe not having the stronger connection with Sabrina that he thought he would have. But here's a time that you could have strengthened that. You could have went and talked to her, and you go and talk to Demetrius. Doesn't make any kind of sense to me. Sabrina didn't even mention Tory when she spoke about her connections, because he's irrelevant. At this point, he's irrelevant. Tory probably wants to show that he's still in the running. So, okay, but again, showing it to Demetrius does nothing for his connection with Sabrina. So I get letting them know, but a way to really let him know, being Demetrius, Go be loved up with the girl on the couch. Let him see the connection. Don't just be like, so how do you feel about it? Tory, come on, babes. Come on, boo-boo. Come on, baby. Like, you are falling behind. And then with Sabrina and Donovan, did Donovan say he's been in relationships post his divorce, but he's only been divorced, or maybe he's only actually left his partner 4 months prior to the show's filming? And based off of how casting tends to go, a good month and a half of that, maybe 2, is casting. So I'm here like, how have you had relationships? What is your definition of a relationship? 1, because if you believe all those things are relationships, then I think you're just a fickle person. You're just a fickle person in general. I'm very confused. He applied while married. Mercy. Well, and so another round, I get being divorced months before the show, which it could still just be 4. And that's why I said officially leaving the person. Because you could be legally divorced and still be messing around on the low. Who knows? We don't know the parameters of, well, you might, because you said you know him. But something about that doesn't sound right to me.
Men usually come to me. So deep down, I was hoping, I'm like, please, God, please let me see a sign.
If the connections are solid or whatever, then that will show up. Otherwise, the end.
While I do have a connection with Joy and Nakia, my connection with Joy has grown a lot stronger. But I know within the process, we're gonna make some decisions.
He completely avoided and sidestepped and tiptoed and tap danced. I'm disappointed that things could not progress or not even try to see what this weekend could bring.
And you still ain't take the hint, babe.
Between me and Sabrina, she's a great woman. Nothing negative to say about her. And it really depends on what you want, right? Let the best woman win, you know? We still have a connection, but I still maybe need to get a little intimate, you know what I'm saying? A little touchy-feely or something to feel where that intimacy really could go.
Be careful with all this touching.
You been working on the railroad?
Yeah, girl. Obviously, y'all may have noticed that Tina isn't around. I texted her, I called her earlier, no response. Until we hear from her, she does have some making up to do.
Yeah.
People make time for the things that is important to them. And this may not be as important to her right now. And so if you're not ready to take the journey, then yeah, she should not be here.
Okay, so Tory is back. Who was in this scene? Carmen and Donovan. Knowing what we know about Donovan, I know another round you're trying to give us more context with him and stuff, but we're gonna go off of what we know. Having been only 3 to potentially 4 months out of a relationship, and then coming on here where a lot of the people say they want marriage, they want to find their long-lasting lover, whatever. I would be very confused why somebody like Sabrina is the person who he's entertaining. So when I see him and Carmen, I feel like that almost makes more sense. Because I don't see, and I could be wrong, but I don't see Carmen as somebody who's planning to settle down anytime soon. I think she's cool with having her man, having her boo thing, but not necessarily like in a year we're gonna lock it down, we're gonna, you know what I mean? So I know y'all think Carmen is doing a little bit too much, but when I think of compatibility, I think her and Thing makes the most sense. Okay, well, Sabrina out only 5 months if we're going off what we know. Didn't she say a year and a half, though? Unless I have that part wrong. I thought she left her husband a year and a half ago. Tina was probably at home drinking wine. Apparently, we're going to talk about Tina later. Because I'm so confused, so confused. It was 5 months? Yeah, I agree, but I just don't like Carmen. I hear that. Sabrina is a year and a half ago. That's what I thought she said. So I'm comparing a year and a half to a few months. She gave 2 different answers the week before. Okay, maybe I'm misunderstanding. I just don't see any genuine connections. That's typical with Ready to Love, honestly. It's at this point, just get used to it. We're only going to see people who actually choose each other either at the reunion or postseason. Just don't hold your breath. Do not hold your breath. Donovan is not looking for crazy. He may choose peace. You think Sabrina is peace, or is she just looks peaceful in comparison to whatever else is going on? Because I think Sabrina comes with her own stuff too. Tina's Rudy from no, for real, Chindy, because literally in Tina's interviews, she was saying she was upstairs. They family matters her. They family matters her. Y'all know what I'm saying. What did Sean say? What does Sean know that we don't know? Everything is not what it seems. Tell us. Tell us. Tina was upstairs, according to Tina. According to Tina. Went upstairs and never came back. I thought Tina said she never showed up. That's not how I understood the interview. Okay, Sean, wait to tell us until the end. Wait until the end, all right? 5 months legally divorced and 1.5 years separated, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Regardless, when I look at Donovan, he has already expressed that she's moving pretty quick, so.
If we're doing an adult sleepover, we're about to have some fun. I said, what's going on here? Get this party going. Hey.
They go together.
Hell no.
That tells me you made a conscious decision to sleep in the same bed together and to pack onesies together.
That's how we do it.
So when we were having our conversations, you could have absolutely told me that your decision was made.
I feel like I have gone out of my comfort zone to let him know that I like him. I haven't seen him do it nearly as much, and I'm a little tired of it.
I don't like you, though.
We only have so much time left, and you're still acting too cool for school. I need you to step it up.
I think that, for me at least, I see us as more like friends.
Yikes.
I no longer have a romantic connection with Tory. When confronted with a competition, I felt him kind of fall off. I tried my best to handle him with care from that point on, being transparent and honest about where my other relationships were, and we just couldn't get past what happened.
Ha! The music was so dramatic. The music was so dramatic. With Tory, though, I'm just like, if you really, really, really needed to hear those words from her to put 2 and 2 together, I can see why you're single. Reading the signs is not something that he's good at, unless Sabrina was truly giving him mixed signals. If that was the case, then cool. And it's easier for us to judge because we're seeing the full picture, right? But I'm just like, Tory, it hasn't been there for a minute. And this girl is clearly very stuck on Demetrius and Portia. Portia, because the man, I don't know if Demetrius is not fully in or if Demetrius just is like too cool for school. And it's like at some point that gets old. You gotta let a girl know that. You gotta let a woman know that you desire her, that you wanna pursue her. And if y'all remember at the beach thing, he promised that he would do that and he hasn't done that. Somebody in the comments said he wants to be pursued. It's really looking like it. It's really looking like it. And it sucks because, you know, she's a good woman from what we can see. The interviews coming off of the show, some people might have different opinions, but from what we can see, she's a good woman. Do you want her or not? Because if you don't, let her go. But if you do, add some pressure. Add some pressure. What's going on? I totally agree, Queenie, but I know there has been times, especially in my younger years, when you want to see past the signs. Yeah, but Sensen, they're not in their younger years. We're not talking about Elaine. We're talking about people on Ready to Love who are between the ages of 30 and 40. 50, but not like 50, you know? They're not in their younger years. Oh, but he's what, 31, 32? Now, grow up, man. Still, I don't care. Come on, Tory. Get it together, babes. And even Sabrina, get it together. If he truly needs to be coaxed to be more romantic, to be more forthright, to really take charge in y'all's relationship, this is going to be a thing. And remember, he's the one who wants a woman to submit. You don't even lead. Demetrius is 33? Damn.
Oh my God. Waking up to joy in the morning is like Christmas. You know, the lights is on, the Christmas tree's lit, you know, the presents are under the tree.
It's a lovely day in Zamunda.
Present day, you got a gift
gosh.
box?
Nice, comfortable bed. This amazing man with this sexy smile. Deep voice telling you good morning.
We're here this whole weekend, and Clifton still has not said anything to me. I'm trying to just keep it together, and my girl Sabrina can notice that. She can see that.
Clearly, Clifton and Joy are strong. Clearly.
I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
Yeah,
'cause
I'm
I know that
good.
has been one of your connections since early on.
Since day one at the mixer.
I know that Clifton has a very strong connection with Joy, but at the same time, the connection that Clifton and I had never disappeared.
So something shifted for him.
Definitely shifted.
You just wished he would have had a little bit more transparency before getting here.
That part.
Wow, I was so distracted. Okay. With Clifton, I want to know why he's being evasive. Especially because his only connections are Dakia and Joy, and you already know you don't want Dakia. Like, I believe he still has feelings for her, but in terms of where he wants to really put his focus on, it's clearly not with Dakia. So why are you keeping Joy on the ropes? Unless it's just for TV. But even that's corny. Like, I'm not understanding. Yeah, he is being shady. Dakia needs to stop. She's not hurt. Clifton has been on Joy. Dakia should have been gone home. Why Dakia and Sabrina trying to play in our face? Clifton better stop trying to play for the show. Yeah, it's the show thing for me that's bothering me. I feel like if it's a situation of trying to stay on longer, I think there's people who are gonna go before him. Definitely Tory. Potentially Demetrius if he keeps moving the way that he's moving. I don't think there's a reason to be evasive in fear of leaving. It's not making sense to me. And then when it comes to Dakia, in as much as, yes, she is starting to annoy me by, like, it's more than her just not seeing the signs. I don't know, just her disposition lately I'm just not vibing with. The men of this cast seem to lack communication skills, at least clear communication skills. And in the same way as last season, Dante didn't really explain to Zadia that his hierarchy has changed, Clifton needs to do that as well. He needs to, you know, verbally articulate to Dakia, hey, this is where I stand. If you still are open to trying it out, then that's cool. But if not, I completely understand, whatever. I mean, Eric said that. Maybe that's why people don't want to be honest. Let me not. Yeah. Clifton hierarchy hasn't changed though. It hasn't changed, but I think when he added Dakia to the hierarchy, she thought that they were on even playing field, or at least she had a fighting chance. And I think he owes her the conversation of saying, nah, it's not like that. Clifton is being evasive because he lacks substance. 3 divorces, what? You're not 50 yet? Well, he did admit to being an ain't shit man in the past, so I get it. Maybe he's changed, y'all.
So are you making the most out of this weekend? Do you feel like you're rounding the corner of this process to make some decisions?
I don't know. There's been some bumps, some ups and downs.
Who are you telling?
So if it's not genuine, then I need to check out of that. You know, it's not every day where you find somebody that is totally packaged.
Thank you for that. No, that means a lot. I mean, it's nice to feel seen.
You want to get out of here?
Yeah, let's go.
So now I need to hone in on the Kia in terms of kind of building and, you know, looking at a foundation and, you know, maybe something possible down the line in the future.
It's always a maybe, maybe, maybe. Okay, so I pinned Anisha's comment because I want to touch on it. So she said, I'm assuming you're a woman. I'm so sorry for not. That's actually, I shouldn't do that. Sorry. I think this is how women get their feelings hurt. Again, wanting a man to verbally tell you what he's already shown you. Now, in as much as I agree that women should be able to, listen, use your intuition, all right? Use what the man has shown you because actions do speak louder than words, right? However, that does not nullify a man's need to communicate. Men need to learn how to communicate, regardless of, oh, well, I showed her in my actions. How about you use your words? We learned that when we're 2 years old. Your mama tells you what? Use your words. I don't understand you. Use your words. That's what's pissing me off about this situation. Yes, Dakia should have been put on game long time that, hey, you're not the front runner. However, if you're letting this woman know that, hey, I'm considering you as a contender, let her also know, hey, you've been out of the running. Yeah, I've put you out of the running. So yeah, I'm with you. But I also want to make it clear that men's lack of communication should not just be put to the wayside because, oh, a woman should have been able to tell by the way he was moving. Nah. Generally, men do not communicate verbally, but through their actions. Again, that's not an excuse. I don't care about the general. We as a people need to do better. What you're saying is true. Still means they need to do better. Men do need to communicate better. These men, I mean, we too grown. Because who are they going to learn communicate? Who are their children going to learn communication from them? They're already showing that they lack it, at least in a romantic sense. And it's a perpetual cycle. These new age boys turn into men who don't know how to communicate because their fathers didn't know how to communicate. Like, it's so irritating. It's so irritating to watch. Everyone is too grown for all of this. It's true. This is true. Does Paul have sons? I actually don't know if Paul has kids. I don't know. But Clifton has two, an older one and a pretty young one. Dakia being a pick-me girl. Y'all calling her a pick-me, yikes. All I know is the little snippet of her in the trailer, I was like, ooh, Dakia. We're gonna wait for that. I am not guessing what you are feeling, sir. You better open your mouth. Exactly. And I'm the type of person where I'm gonna play dumb. I'm gonna play dumb until you tell me straightforward with your lips. What? I missed the memo. I don't know. I didn't get it. Is it back? No. What is this? Oh, sounded like the show. Definitely need to go more by behavior and stop looking to the man. Part of the problem with women always wanting the man to give them things like closure. Okay, LS, I hear what you're saying, but when we keep saying stuff like that, it's minimizing the need for men to learn how to communicate more clearly. And in as much as I agree with you, two things can be true. We should be able to see by somebody's actions, and men should be able to say, I need to do more than just exemplify. Well, I know y'all get me. I don't even know why I'm explaining. I know y'all understand. I know y'all understand what I'm saying. I know y'all know what I'm saying. Honestly, it's how I act in real life. I act dumb until someone actually verbalizes that they are interested in me despite the Yeah, I do it when somebody is actually interested and they don't say anything. I'm like, you're going to have to tell me, babes. In this world of Me Too, I'm going to need you to say things with your words as well as your actions. The two go together.
Sabrina?
It's still with the D's. Ooh. It's the D for me. I don't know.
I think it's the D for everybody.
I don't want to be.
It's been consistently
Been
Clifton.
consistently Clifton.
Yes.
All right, girl.
Clifton has been in my top, but I can see such a genuine connection between him and Joy.
Between him and Joy.
Yeah, like it's undeniable.
Gentlemen, the ladies have deliberated, and I have updates for 2 of you.
I didn't get to start to make new connections where people were actually saying, well, me and Sabrina are not on that level until later on. So I'm at the point where I feel like I could go home.
Nah, it can't be me.
Alexis, leave me alone.
It might be. Nah, it can't be. Might be.
Unfortunately, the ladies have concluded.
I just would have liked to have a conversation and not just see it in front of my face.
It hurts. I allowed Clifton to get the closest to me. And now having it thrown back in my face is like, damn.
We're about to leave, and then now you want to show up?
What the hell is going on?
It's like you saw a ghost. I feel like I've missed everything. You did.
Yeah, you missed.
I missed a lot. Awkward.
Sexy does not have to be on display, and classiness is always in style.
It is what it is. If you ain't got it, you can't put it out there.
Natural versus purchase.
But
The Kia. Ooh, the Kia. The Kia. The Kia is getting a little spicy. Okay. Natural versus she said it. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna talk about who's first? Why is it playing? Let's talk about Tina. Where's Tina? No. Dang, we're going through the whole thing. Okay. Let's talk about Tina. So I watched both of Tina's interviews in full. And this is the story according to Tina. You know how Tina said she had car troubles. Tina said she had a business situation that she couldn't get out of, but promised to be there that same night, right? And so whenever she pulled up, I don't know if it was that same night or in the next morning, apparently she was upstairs. So we're making the Rudy jokes. However, she truly says she was upstairs. And so when she's like, everybody's asking, where's Tina? She's like, well, I'm confused because I'm up here. They're holding me up here. Like, I'm here. What's happening? So I want to know, what's the story? What's going on? I'm confused. I am confused. She was there. And she said she could not make it because of a prior engagement, but she promised to be there later. There's more to the story. Apparently, the date with the ex-boyfriend, she also explained why she picked a boyfriend from so long ago. You'll have to go watch the interview for that, honestly. But she said it actually went very well. And so the way that he was explaining the phone situation of throwing the phone and all that stuff, he was in the process of explaining how she's changed from being so young to being the mature woman that she is now. But of course, they're going to chop that up. So it's just the one part. And then even with the double date with, not Paul, what's his name? Phil, Sabrina, and Donovan, she said that date also went really well. And it did not go how it was depicted there. So, yeah. She was actually upstairs. She was on a Zoom call. Yeah, so I'm just confused. I'm like, I get that they're trying to kinda-ish make the storyline make sense. But damn, bruh. And then this scene right here. I want to talk about this scene too. So all the guys are here talking about, oh, I had this connection with Tina, and I had this connection with Tina, and I can't believe that we couldn't make it work, da-da-da. Apparently, Tina was checked out from the first week that she was there. And even with her connection with Paul, she said after the first date, it ended there. And then there was somebody who she had a really bad date with. I forget. Whoever watched the interview, let me know what she said. But she said she had a really bad date with one of the guys, so that connection ended there as well. And so all of the guys here are talking, basically saying like, oh, we wish we could have had more time with her, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, Tina had gone to the guys. So somebody just asked, why did she stay? Why did she stay? She had gone to the guys and asked them to eliminate her after week 1. This is all according to Tina. It's Tina's story. There could be more to it, right? But I'm going based off what she said. She said she went and she asked them to get rid of her, and they refused. So I'm confused. I am confused. She checked out longer than last week, Sean. She checked out her first week there, apparently. She was done with it long time. So yeah. Why didn't she just leave? I just said. But also you guys have got to remember, like, contractually, there's a lot of people who probably want to leave but can't because, you know, fines and stuff. So all that I'm saying is I'm recounting what she said in her interview. That is her side of the story. I'm sure as the season goes on, or probably after the reunion, there'll be more to the story. But things are not really making sense for me. So yeah. And Tina is one of the few people who actually applied for the show rather than being recruited for the show. So that's another interesting thing too. There are a lot of non-Tina fans here. Mercy God. Okay, so actually getting into the thing. So Paul confuses me because Paul is here saying, oh, you know, I want to work on things with the Kia and blah, blah, blah. But he keeps bringing up Tina. So my thing is like, say Tina did show up. Would the Kia have even been an option? Because on his little sit down thing with Carmen, it seemed like he didn't really want to give Carmen that energy anymore. I don't know what happened. But, oh yeah, Sean, tell us the tea that you were saying you were going to tell us. What's the tea? What's the tea, Sean? I want to know. I want to know the tea. But yeah, I'm very confused by the two of them. I know some of you guys during their scene were saying that you see a connection. I personally don't. I think that the connection that they have is that they're both born. Yes, I'm sure, Sean. Listen, don't threaten me with tea. I will always drink the tea. Serve it up. Serve it up. Piping hot, too. We want it all. We want it all. No, we're listening with our good ear. But yeah, with Paul and Dakia, I feel like with Paul in general, it's just too little, too late. Demetrius and what? How you know that? How you know that? SJ is co-signing. I know the Ace and Tyrone thing, yeah, but Demetrius and what? Guys, forget Ace and Tyrone. I want to verify this Demetrius and Carmen thing. That's the thing that's not making sense to me. And how do you know that? I want to know the tea. That's a very strange one, Tamara. Okay, well, somebody dropped the link to the video that Kanisha did that exposes that, because I need to know. I need to know. I don't believe it. I don't believe it until I see some evidence. Well, clearly this isn't gonna go anywhere. Allegedly. Oh my gosh. I'm waiting for somebody to drop the link because I'm gonna need the link. But yeah, P.O. doesn't seem to be into Carmen as much as he was before. You know, last week he was ready to give up his wallet. This week he can barely look her in the eyes for more than 2 minutes. So don't know what's going on there. It makes sense to me. Carmen comes off competitive and depressed. Okay. Mercy. Oh, you mean Donovan? Oh, well, yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw the live too, if that's what we're talking about. When you said, Sean, if you're going to spill the tea, make sure it's make sure it's coming out the right cup. What's going on? Oh my gosh, y'all had me confused. Yeah, Carmen and Donovan make sense. Okay. Okay, now we're all together. Now we're all together. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. All right. Like I said, they seem to have a better vibe than him and Sabrina or her and P.O. 1000%. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was co-signing Ty and Ace, didn't know about the other connection. Yeah, Tyrone and Ace, I think it was confirmed on Instagram when Aisha was doing her whole situation. And then again, this show is so time consuming. And then again, when Sabrina was doing her review on the last episode, Tyrone was on the panel thing. And then again on Ace's interview where she was like, I need a guy who is, what was it? She had the three somethings, and apparently he has them all. So yeah, the 3 G's: gravitas, grit and gander. I don't know. I forget what the G's were. I forget what the G's were. Tyrone is the army vet from last season who was connecting with, I think, Zadia and Carrie in the beginning, and then those went to crap really quickly. And then he has said he was really into Shiloh, but Shiloh wasn't on the same page. That's who Tyrone is. See, y'all done push Sean out the chat. Look at y'all. Oh my gosh, Sean, come back, babes. Yes, Ace did confirm. All right. So yeah, I can definitely see Donovan and this girl, what's her name? Carmen together. Donovan and Sabrina. Let's set the story straight. So another round, since you're still in the chat and you went to school with him, I'm pretty sure that's what you said. Was he divorced for 4 months, or has he officially... Just set the record straight for us, because I'm confused. Set the record straight. Oh, y'all want to apologize to Sean now? But yeah, I'm very confused on the timeline that Donovan is giving. But then also, it's not uncommon for the guys of Ready to Love to come on the show shortly after a relationship. It's new to hear that it was shortly after a divorce, but it's definitely not new with the whole relationship thing. Did anyone see Aisha Vernisha and Liz? No, I did not. You're looking for the link. Okay. Thank you, Sean. We thought we ran you off. Donovan is here because of his homeboy Phil. A lot of people are here because of their connections, honestly. Like I said, the only person right now who's been confirmed to have actually applied for the show was Tina. And she was actually somebody, she said she was dating somebody who watched the show and she got hooked on the show and then decided to apply. Whereas everybody else, for the most part, is a recruit. Shauna's still claiming it's Demetrius. Yeah, what did Liz say? Tell me, what tea did she spill so that I don't have to watch the whole thing? Those lives be long. Oh my gosh. Like, we get it, you know, the show, yeah, cute, haha, but like, y'all be having us on there for 2-3 hours. It's a lot. What did Liz say? What did Liz drop? I wonder when the Miami season is coming. Honestly, the way that this was such a quick turnaround, I would think by the summer. It's what, April today? By the summer. If even they wait that long. We are over Liz, but we love her. That's how I feel as well. With Liz, I'm just like, I started falling off of her even during the season, just because I felt like she compromised herself in order to make her connection with now what's his name? I forget. But I feel like she compromised her values to make it work with that man. And from then I was like, Jason, thank you. Yeah. That her and Jason weren't really together at that reunion. At the reunion or at the, hold on. Liz, hold on. Liz said Jason went off on her. She told RTL producers their relationship was over before the reunion. So do y'all mean the reunion with everybody there, or do y'all mean when they were talking to Tommy about the upcoming season, the DC season? The DC season. Which reunion are y'all talking about? Again, why are women reaching low-hanging fruit? Answer, I have no idea. You could see her compromise herself to make things work with Jason. And I was here like, Liz, it's not by force. It's not compulsory. You can leave that man where you found him. You don't have to take him home. That's not how things have to go. The Tommy interview. Okay, because that makes sense. Because even when I was watching that, I was like, this body language is so awkward. If we're talking about their sit down with Tommy, then we're on the same page. If y'all are talking about the reunion, then I'm confused. Jason and Kyra should have just been together. Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't even think that would have worked either, because they had communication issues. She couldn't settle on who she wanted. She wanted to be picked by everybody so that she would have the freedom of choice. He wanted the same thing. And that's just not how life works. In my opinion, I would rather put myself out there and risk getting shot down than leaving my options open and then watching them just pass you by. You know what I mean? People want to be chosen. They don't want to feel like an option. And that's a big part of Ready to Love that really pisses me off. Like, once you've chosen your person, I feel like you should get the opportunity to pursue that. And the fact that now once you narrow yourself down, that's when you're more susceptible to being kicked off, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I think Kyra and Jason shared more values. I mean, they definitely they had more things in common than him and Liz, but that doesn't mean they're to be together. You know what I mean? Simone has spoken very highly of Jason recently. He and Kyra should have tried. Jason, the one who got a baby on the way. Yo, I be saying stuff and I forget that it's my face on this channel and I need to watch my tongue. Oh my gosh, Elaine, just shut up. Anyways, hi Fafa, how are you doing? Let's not. All right. So back to the people of this season. They're starting to piss me off, these two. Mainly because I want to know why Demetrius says he's looking for somebody who is submissive. And like I said in the last episode, if you are looking for somebody who is submissive, one, I feel like you shouldn't have to announce that. And two, you must be a submittable person. And so far, we have seen him not be able to lead. So far, we've seen Demetrius not be able to lead. And I'm like, who's supposed to submit to somebody who can't take charge, who can't show, who doesn't have direction, who can't show you where they plan on going? Submit to what? You got me twisted. I don't understand. I love that you're so quick. I'm so slow with comebacks. Yeah, it's a side effect of being raised with boys. But yeah, we have Sabrina who's almost begging for Demetrius to show her some kind of interest. And it's frustrating to watch on both sides because it's like, Sabrina, go where you're wanted. That's number one. But number two, Demetrius, you had already said that you plan on putting pressure, and since then you have not. So what's going on? Playing games? Absolutely. Demetrius wants to be pursued. Demetrius said a woman who finds a man finds a good thing. He did? Why'd he say that? Not you skewing the Bible passage, because it's definitely he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Can I put who on, JL, if you're talking to me? Right? Both Sabrina and Demetrius getting on my nerves. It's not making any sense. It's not making any sense. I realize that Demetrius is hard to read because he had... Can't stand you guys. If Demetrius wants to be pursued, then Carmen fits that. She's been pursuing all the men. Okay. All the men. Like with her, I really think that she just wants somebody on her arm. And I can believe that Sabrina wants longevity, but I think she's barking up the wrong trees. Because even if Demetrius was showing her more attention, he's already said he wants a woman who submits. You already said you're a woman who doesn't want to submit. And even on top of that, you want to have a say in everything. You want to be the woman who takes charge. You know what I mean? So depending on his definition of submission, which we haven't gotten, so we're going to go off of the generic definition, they would bump heads in a relationship. So Sabrina, even if he wanted you, I don't think you should want him back. It doesn't make sense logistically. It doesn't make sense. Yes, Jason. Y'all missed the Jason T. He even posted it and everything. The girl had the bump and he was behind her and they were in front of the Christmas tree. It was okay. There was no hiding at all. There was no hiding. Demetrius isn't, oh gosh, you guys. You guys shouldn't diminish somebody's wants because of how they look or how you perceive them to look. I actually find Demetrius attractive. The only thing that makes him less attractive is his demeanor. Because I'm like, you're not going to be out here acting like, you're God's gift to mankind. That's what we're not going to do. We're all here for a process to date and see if we can make strong romantic connections. And if you don't want to put yourself out there to do that, kick rocks. We shouldn't, Junie. We should not. Because I'm going to keep my standards even though a lot of people don't think I'm attractive. I'm going to keep my standards. Don't do that. What applies to him applies to us, y'all. Y'all stop. He could get transplants on his head. Don't do that. Demetrius said, lead me and pursue me and propose. Yeah, it's not making sense. It's not making sense at all. Okay, keep them standards. Boo. Boo, boo, tomato, tomato. Demetrius didn't even put in work. He's been laid back for the entire time. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, why even tell the girl that you plan on pursuing her? Because that was a time that she truly was torn between Demetrius and Tory. And I'm not sure if things still would have ended the way that they did with Tory. But based off of the way that people have been talking about Tory off the show, I feel like there is potential there for him, at least based off of his characteristics. Maybe his woman wouldn't have been on here, but he would have had a better chance if given a proper chance. But he said, I plan on pursuing you. And he knew she wanted him. So was he just trying to keep her on the ropes? Like, I'm lost. I'm so lost. I might not be the shiniest piece of jewelry, but I ain't lowering my standards. People be pissed when you won't lower your standards for them. Okay. I don't care if you don't think I'm attractive. I know what I want. I'm super pretty and naturally so. I mean, thank you, but that's to you. That's perception. Perception is subjective. Somebody might look at Demetrius and think he's the finest man walking on this here earth. So who are we? Yeah, who were we? That's all I'm saying. Who were we? Tory unfortunately put his eggs in one basket. He did. And I think Tory has a tendency of falling fast. And so here we are with Tory and Demetrius, where he's having a pointless conversation. Because what the hell was this? Why would it matter how Demetrius feels about what happened at the cabin if you still wanted to pursue Sabrina? Granted, she had already moved off of it, but having this conversation with Demetrius does nothing for your relationship. And this is a testament to the niggas that I be dating, because they be 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And they know how to talk to everybody besides the person that they're pursuing. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. We're ugly to somebody and that's fine. Yes, Anisha. Exactly. To somebody, you are a tree monster. And that's okay. That's fine. Go older. Did you hear where I ended? Can't really go far past 36 at that point. Like, it's not gonna make sense. Imagine you're at the family reunion and your 40-year-old uncle pulls up with a 25-year-old. It doesn't make sense. No. So yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Chanel, what did you miss? The whole thing. Yeah. You missed the whole thing. Okay, what happened? Tina didn't come. Nakia is sad that Clifton and Joy go together now. Sabrina put Tory in the friend zone. Donovan has his eyes on Carmen. And they left us on a cliffhanger with P.O. and Tory at the bottom. There we go. Tina was upstairs. You're right. Tina was upstairs. Older be worse. They're just as bad as the young ones. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just like, at least for me, that's why I will start at 30. That's where I really do connect intellectually with people. And it's still the pits. It's still trash. It is still horrible. Yeah. The conversation seems like something the producers wanted them to do. Tory should get therapy. What about him makes you think that he needs therapy in terms of he's going through something negative that needs to be resolved? Because I do feel like everybody should go to therapy. I don't like the stigma that it's only people who quote unquote have issues that need to go to therapy. So I want to know, where is that stemming from that you're saying that? I like Tory, but he needs to just self-eliminate, because why are you still here? Tory is Tony from season 3, The Resort. Oh, I don't remember who Tony is. I don't remember. Who was Tony? I didn't see the link, Sean. Did you email it or something? I didn't see it. Producers watch Whose Lies? Mine? Yeah, probably because they're trying to take me down. They're trying to take me down. Because I'm putting up their episodes. Yikes. He seems to be carrying baggage emotionally. He seems off. For me, I hear you. For me, with Tory, I just think maybe he's out of touch, because he did share about his relationship with his mom at the beginning when he was talking with Precious, who also has issues with her mom and her upbringing and stuff. But the way that he's been moving through the season doesn't really make it seem to me like it's a baggage thing. I think he just, I don't know, social skills are not a strong suit of his. I don't know if romantic pursuit is something that he tends to struggle with, but definitely like putting himself out there is clearly not working. Just not working. I don't know. Bye, JL. It's nice having you. Tony is sensitive, and he did mention his emotional difficulties. He also leads with sex and defense mechanism. I missed him. Who was he? I don't remember. The ex-pro football player? Huh. I miss it. I think let's in the chat go to spam because YouTube recognizes. Oh. But I thought they would have just hidden the comment. That's. Okay, can one of the moderators post the link then? Because I know it won't block it if it's a moderator. He left with Winter, but was feeling Denise the whole time. Tony? He's truly not ringing a bell at all. At all. Let me look him up because, wow, I have no idea who you guys are talking about. Ready to Love Tony. Oh, Anthony. You guys, did they call him Tony on the show? I know him as Anthony. Okay, yes. Wow, the confusion. Okay, gotcha. All right, what else happened in this show? Yeah, he finally got told he was in the friend zone. And you know what? Say what you want to say about Sabrina. She gonna let somebody know when they're out of the running. Okay, she told Paul expeditiously. She took a little time with Tory, but she told him as well. And I'm like, this is what I want to see the guys doing. I want to see the guys saying, hey, listen, it's been great. Your stop is here. Please get off. Get off the bus. So, yeah. Your face, E. I was like the same thing. Y'all mean Anthony? Yeah, like, y'all had me so good. I was like, who is Tony? Who is Tony? You mean the muscle man? Mm-hmm. Anthony. Go ahead and clock out for me. It's in YouTube, Ready to Love Miami Cast. The video is about 2 minutes and 18 seconds long. Okay. I will go look it up. So you're still standing by it being Demetrius. Yeah, Sean? Okay. If you say so. Sabrina wasting people's time. Really? I feel like Sabrina's here like, hey, you're done. Can we talk about how Donovan was spying on Sabrina and her other connections? When was this? Was this when Sabrina was sitting on the couch with Demetrius and he was on the couch with, Donovan was on the couch with Carmen and Tory? Because they was both spying. But I think we got to give the show some grace because so many people self-eliminated, messing up the elimination process. I would rather have a show with a lot of self-eliminations than we're still watching more than halfway through the season and we know none of these people are going to end up together. You know what I mean? I hear you. It did mess things up, but mess it up. At least the storyline will make a little bit more sense. Because right now I feel like, okay, it seems like Clifton is finally going to claim Joy at some point, but that should have happened a long time ago. A long time ago. I wanted to talk about this, but honestly, I don't have too much to say. All I'm going to say is, do I believe that they planned to spend the night together? Yes. From the time she walked in, she was like, where's Clifton's bed? I will be in it. Even if it was a bunk bed, I'm sure she would have squeezed her way up into that single, all right? And then the matching onesies. I mean, come on. They are a full-blown couple. And I was looking at Dakia like, baby girl, you should have shot your shot. I mean, look at them. They go together. They go together. Full-blown couple. I think I have more of them. Look at that. Look at this. Please. Please. Now, do I see longevity? That is the $1 million question for me because he can't make up his mind. And for me, if you were not choosing me, it's the same as not choosing me. So this evasiveness would put me all the way off. That's why I'm wondering, is it for TV? And if it is, okay, fine. They have a TV show to make, but like, yo, they were on a whole vacation. They truly were. You couldn't tell them nothing. He was like, Dakia who? What? You drinking that Joy and Clifton tea too much for me. Fafa, go back to the very first episode. I've always been on their train. Always. Like, I've always been for Clifton and Joy. I've never shifted. Ever. So, we're back to Demetrius and Carmen. What? Y'all? Hold on. I just watched the video from Kamisha. She didn't say Demetrius and Carmen are together. She showed a photo of them hugging on the show, and she said it was interesting. Okay. Listen, I'll be drunk off the tea because one thing about Ready to Love, they have made my expectations plummet every single season. And just when you think they can't go any lower, they do. So I'm going to grasp at the first sign of any kind of hope. And from the beginning of the season to now, consistently for me, it has been Joy and Clifton. So yeah, let me be drunk off their tea. I'm on it. I have nothing else to root for. What else is there to root for this season, y'all? Tory, the man we cannot get rid of. Tina, the girl who been quit, long time. Sabrina, chasing a man who does not want her. So it seems. I don't know, man. Listen to P.O. on Instagram after the reunion. Oh boy, what happened at the reunion? Anisha. Yo, Anisha, you've been on one today. What is going on? I know you have just, I know you have it just, felt probably. Like they're just settling. I don't know, I miss it, but I don't see a lot of depth in their conversations. But you're right, there's no options. I feel like as it's going on, there hasn't been more dates with depth, but in the beginning, they definitely did share a lot. Remember the episode with the malfunctions? If you watch it back, they really did have a deep conversation. And the only thing that makes me weary of Clifton is how he's been handling Dakia. Because not only is it making it seem like you're wavering off of Joy, but it's also keeping a girl on the wayside that you have already made your decision about, right? And then like you guys said, he has a history of, you know, broken relationships, which, let's be honest, a lot of y'all, and I say y'all because I'm not in the equation, have a series of broken relationships behind you. Let's not act like this is something that's special to the Ready to Love cast, okay? Let's not act like that. And he has admitted that he was the reason why there was a dissolution in those relationships. He has admitted that, and he said he went to therapy. Like I always say, just because you say you gone to therapy does not mean you are healed. Does not mean that, but it is a great step in the right direction. So as of right now, they're all I have to root for. That's it. M. Carter, I don't know if I want to believe it because it's April 1st. I'm going to see if the post is still up by the end of the weekend. I don't believe anything everybody is posting today. Not you spilling the humility. Listen, I'm not in y'all's boat. But let's not act like we all come into our next relationship absolved of our past. We all got a history. Let's not let it define where we're going forwards. My hesitation with him is how he's been acting on the show. Yeah. Healing is lifelong. This is very true. And it's more than just saying I went to therapy. There's so many things that you can uncover in therapy. Just because you've gone for one thing doesn't mean it's solved the rest of your issues. I probably should have went back to school. Let's just look at my degree again. Slight flex. That's all. Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Gone to waste. I'm in debt for no reason. Therapy is a slang now. Oh my goodness, Chindy. You ain't said nothing but a word. The only benefit that I see in people throwing around therapy so much is that it's removing the stigma that therapy is only for crazy people or for people who are having mental health issues or in a slump. You can go to therapy and things be good. You know what I mean? Literally, it's having a sounding board, somebody who can help you work through things, think through things, process through your emotions. It doesn't have to be for, mental health intervention. It literally can just be that, I need a sounding board. You got a BA in psych? Okay, a BA and a BS. What's good? Let's join forces. Let's join forces. Speaking of Married at First Sight, why don't somebody do something with Jasmina? Michael is pouring his heart out. They confused me. They had so much potential and they let it go down the drain. So sad. So sad. The thing about the retreat is that it gives us resort vibes. It forces people to show their cards. And that's why I think the whole season should be on a damn resort. The whole season. Therapy is a trigger word like narcissist, toxic, and all the other buzzwords of 2020 to present time. You know what word I really hate right now, Monique? If you listen to a lot of podcasts, and my podcast has been subject to it too. There's a girl in my podcast, love her. Mwah. The word nuanced. I hate it. I hate it so much because it seems like everybody has learned this new word and is driving it down to the nubs. And I'm just like, okay, that's how I feel about when people say therapy or when they say, I've done the work, or is that a trigger for you? Not everything is a trigger. Some things are just the way that I am. Some things are just the way that I am. Oh, Elaine, that might be a trauma response. No, it's just my response. It has no affiliation to my supposed trauma. Just. Nothing worse than an adult learning a new vocabulary word. Yo, I'm telling you. I hate the word surreal. I'm over it. Overly used. Yes, I'm planning to get my MS in couple and family therapy at some point. Ooh. I hope that works out for you. That's great. Carmen posted a post of her and Demetrius with an interesting caption, so it might be true. DM me that. I want to see. Monique. Gaslight. Don't get me started. We're gonna be going through the dictionary at this point. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Gaslight. It's too much. I'm tired. I'm over it. Alpha, beta, sigma. Alpha male. I'm an alpha male. I'm an alpha male. What does that mean, sir? What's known doesn't need to be said. I always say that. What is understood doesn't need to be said. Quit telling me you're an alpha male. Quit telling me you need a woman who submits to you. These things will just be seen, heard, and felt. No need to announce. I thought the DSM was up to 6 now. Is it still 5? Is it still 5? But yeah, you're right, Sean, honestly, at this point. You DM'd me. Let me go to my Instagram. I'll put the picture up for y'all. As someone who is learning Greek, I'm triggered by the use of Greek letter for men and COVID strains. I'm dead. You're killing me. Okay, let me put this picture up for y'all that Ashley sent me. Yo, Ashley, you be on it with sending me these posts. Oh. Oh. I could see how this would spark up some speculation. Okay. Give me a second. I'm not gonna lie though, I like the word simp. I like the word simp because there have been a lot of men who have been exhibiting simp behavior, and I feel like it's my duty to call them out. Yeah. And vice versa. There was a time, I don't know if anybody in here is in the chat who called me a pick-me, but there was a time y'all were saying, oh, Elena's a pick-me, she's a pick-me, da-da-da-da-da. So y'all want to call me a pick-me? I'm going to call y'all simps. You want to call me a pick-me? I'll call y'all simps. I'm joking. Am I joking? Not really. Where's the picture? Here it is. All right, so she says, great things come to those who wait. Loving this melanin in us. Live, laugh, love. Well, one of the hashtags is friendship and friends. So she could just be saying, you know, I found a good lifelong friend. I don't know. The verdict is still out. Shawnee, you want an apology, Sean? I'm not sure if I can give it to you yet because one of the hashtags is friendship. I don't know. If after the reunion it turns out that they truly are together, then I will formally give you an apology, Sean. I'll even write it up in APA format just for you. I see more of a connection between her and Donovan. But yeah, okay, let's keep going down the slideshow. What else we got? So, finally, we see some people making some real moves up in here. I mean, I'm sure this isn't the first time that they've kissed, but like, I'm ready for people to state their claim. Where are you at? What's the move? What are we doing? What are we doing? And I feel like, you know, even if they don't last, I don't see Joy as being the type of person who would be so consumed with him that them not lasting will just make her, you know, lose the plot. I think she'll bounce back. She'll be fine. Clifton will be A-okay if they don't work out. Yeah, I think they'll be good. I want them to work out. I want them at the very least to end the season together. At the very least. Just end the season together so that I have somebody to root for until the reunion. And then at the reunion, if y'all got some tea, spill it. Spill all the tea because we just don't believe in these relationships anymore from this damn show. Carmen and Demetrius have what Joy and P.O. have. She had the same picture with Donovan on his live. Did Donovan say Sabrina choked him? Where? When? Where? What? Where did you get that from? Yes, Alexis, I do. Paul and Clifton were in a picture with cornbread. This season's cornbread or last season's cornbread? Because we've had a lot of cornbread, a lot of soul food. I really need a Ready to Love All-Star Seasons on a resort. Yes, give us Ready to Love second chances. I'm ready. I'm ready. Because a lot of the time, I mean, Ace and Tyrone are a perfect example. A lot of the time, I can see somebody from another season vibing well with, you know, another season. So I just want to see if they can put that connection to the test. The only thing that I feel like would be an issue is that since they do the filming all over the place, when it comes to the practical, you know, day-to-day relationship, will they be able to sustain it? The hope is that, yes, they can. They're all adults. I mean, paying for flights can't be that hard. And if you truly love somebody, you'll make long distance work with the plan of coming together. But a lot of these people have kids and they own businesses, and it'll be really hard to free up so much time for somebody who's not in the same state. So that would be my issue. Who could y'all see with Winter? Honestly, nobody. Not from this franchise. Personally, I wouldn't see her with anybody from this franchise. I just feel like I don't know, her spirit doesn't have an equal match to me when it comes with the men. I don't know how to explain that, but that's just how I feel. I feel like her spirit will not be matched. I could have sworn Laverne said on his interview that Joy and Clifton and Demetrius and Sabrina were together, but we shall see. That's what I heard too. And so that's what I'm hoping is the ending, because it makes sense. Anisha, don't do that. Don't do that. No. 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 Edwin, who was a chef and oh! Okay, so you had a good counterbalance. Counterbalance? Listen, I've been drinking, who knows? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Vanessa. Good night to you. See you next week. This might be a loaded question, but is anyone still together from any of the seasons? Yes, we still have Riva and Mario. We have Simone and Rashid. We have, well, Tyrone and Ace now. We have, I think that's it. I think that's it. P.O. needs a Naya? You think so? Carmen and Joelle? Carmen will eat Joelle. I think so too. These women will be scared to do Ready to Love in Atlanta again. Too many brothers that want brothers. What is it? 1 and 3, 2 and 3? Something like that. That's what my friend kept telling me when we were in Atlanta in October. She was like, Elaine, be careful. And I was hit on a lot. I was like, wow, when you are so used to being in a predominantly white space, you kind of forget that you're somewhat attractive. So being in Atlanta was a nice breath of fresh air. And so with all the guys hitting on me, she was like, Elaine, be careful, 1 and 3. I was like, oh, wow, mercy. Amber and Chris, where are they now? I don't know. I don't know. I never really saw that relationship, really. Who could I even see Amber with if I was to put her with someone? Oh, what about Amber and Tory? Maybe. They're both young. That's the only thing I got going for them, that they're both young. That's it. I still think Liz's best match was David. Honestly, if David didn't embarrass us, I agree. I agree. Isn't Tory 39? Tory is, I think, like 31. I think he's only 31. They're not together? Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised. I think Mike and Adriana. Adriana, the girl who ended up with the Ghanaian boy, what was his name? Something with a K. Kalfani? That Adriana? And Mike? Mike Bless? No. No. Mm-mm. Adriana and Demetrius? I did like Stormy. Oh, the pastor, his name was Mike too. I did like Stormy. Bring Stormy back. Oh, good vibes. She was the DJ, right? I think we need someone I think he needs someone malleable, and Adriana is young enough to have children. I do think Demetrius wants somebody who's a little bit more malleable. Which is sad. Because why are you trying to force somebody to be something? Like, just whatever. Frickin' frack, who would you put them with? Okay. I would put chrysanthemum with good question. Chrysanthemum. I don't know. I don't know. How about Jay? Jay. And chrysanthemum? Frank? Well, they got the party thing in common. Walter. Ooh! I like chrysanthemum and Walter. Aesthetically. Ooh. I'm not mad at that. Chrysanthemum was perfect with Ron. I didn't really like Ron. Can't lie. And then the other frickin' frack. I don't know. No. I'm sure somebody likes Ron. Ron wants kids. She does not. Did Ron want kids? I forget. Frank or Phil? I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's really hard for me to be in support of anything for Phil just because through watching this season, I went from loving him to being like, nigga, what you want? What's happening? And this is even before the whole Shiloh situation. I was just like, oh, man. Rashid is my favorite guy from all the seasons. Mine too. I hate reach out to him, but he ghosted me, so whatever. I'm not salty. Stacy, that's her name. I put with London. Ooh! That is not bad. That is not bad. Stacy and London would look fantastic together. Yes. Denise was hard to... Yeah. I don't know what Denise was on, to be honest with y'all. It's 10 o'clock. It's time to go. I knew I was feeling tired for a reason. Stacy, I would do Walter or London. I could see Stacy with Walter too. Aesthetically. Aesthetically, I think that could work. Now, morally, I don't know. I don't know if their morals and their values line up. Oh, London was fine, y'all. I need that in my generation. That's what I need. Well, anyways, guys, Stacy and Clifton. Nah. I feel like she'd be too stush for him. Clifton needs somebody with a disposition like Joy, honestly. He does. He truly does. Monique said, if anyone is interested, Aisha is about to drag Dante some more on her YouTube. It is Friday. She did say she was going to do that. So, hey, let's end this here. Y'all could go hop on to Aisha if y'all want to. I'm going to go check on this tea that Sean dropped and then maybe watch the interview with Aisha, Vernisha, and Liz. So, yeah. Love y'all, as always. Like it on your way out if you haven't liked it yet. And we'll see you next week. Bye.